Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys. Well, I'm still at home without Jason. Jason is down in Florida doing his thing. But he will be back next week, so fear not, you guys. And Anchor Watch and everything. You'll get it without me. Don't worry, you'll get Gelsey back. But in the meantime, last night we got the Real Housewives of Miami, and it was such a good episode. I've been calling her Stephanie Shojaee. I guess it's Stephanie Shojaee. Okay, cool. Good to know. I learned that last night on Watch What Happens Live. But like, this woman is a monster in every positive sense of the word. Like, love her. She's killing it. She's coming in. She's direct. She doesn't give up. She is holding back none, not at all. So we're going to break down all of it. Before we do, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so before we get into this, let's talk about this. The fact that Larsa and Jeff Coby, so Larsa's 51 and he's 31, so there's a 20-year age difference, and I'm always a big proponent of who gives a shit about the age. You know, people know, and Jason, when I met Jason, he was 30, I was 20, and everybody had an opinion, and they're like, there's no way this will last. He's too young. He's not emotionally, mentally mature enough for you. Guess what, bitch? I've been here for 11 years. So I don't think that necessarily applies to everybody, but you know, it is what it is. Now, she's been apparently giving him hints because they're actively discussing engagement rings, but she's been giving him hints about preferred cuts like oval or brilliant. And apparently they're on a really good path, which we heard about Marcus Jordan, but she marked her 51st birthday with Jeff and a few close friends at an upscale restaurant. And on camera, she subtly shaded Lisa Hochstein and Lisa's boyfriend, Jody. But I think at the end of the day, listen, that's what we're dealing with on the show. But Jeff's good rapport with Larsa's 4 kids, especially with basketball-loving Scotty Jr., has helped deepen their bond. And she shared instances like him FaceTiming his niece to teach multiplication, highlighting his family orientation. And Larsa also praised the fact that he has very supportive behavior during some of her Real Housewives of Miami filming conflicts with Lisa and Jody. And she said that she feels safe and also that he uplifts her. So to be honest with you, if you're happy, we are happy. But beyond the rings, Larsa revealed that they've frozen eggs together, signifying that they are pretty serious in their commitment. That's kind of interesting. But on lip service, she contrasted Jeff with the previous 47-year-old NBA coach, calling him immature and highlighting having learned early to spot red flags, especially following her past relationship with Marcus Jordan. It is kind of interesting to me, this, and I'm not ever going to put a timeline on anybody. Like Robert De Niro had a kid at 70 years old. They say that it's different for women than it is for men, but also there's surrogacy. There's so many things. I'm not even one to speak on this. I just feel like personally at 51 years old, if I were 51, at 32 years old, I'm like, I'm too old to have a kid, because I couldn't imagine right now trying to do this and having some kid being like, Dad! And I'd be like, shut up. Go into the refrigerator and get yourself some Pedialyte and shut up. But I love you. Don't you have to go to school? Well, how do I get to school? I don't know. Call the bus? Like, I would be the worst. So I couldn't imagine having to deal with that at 51 years old. No, I would be like a menace. But moving on. Stephanie Shojaee. Oh, yes, she came in hot. Now, they had a Greek-themed narcissist party on last night's episode where Alexia Napola, she brought in a self-help expert who specialized in narcissism, intending to expose any toxic personality traits amongst the cast. But Stephanie, she met up with Alexia and Kiki at her restaurant, Shoma Bazaar, and she explained that she has a complicated relationship with her sisters, and that came from a business fallout. If you guys didn't watch last night's episode, she talked about how She ended up hiring her sisters to work for her and her husband. That didn't pan out well. And I think that this is the tale as old as time. Usually, when you mix friends or family inside of your business affairs, they don't necessarily bode well because everybody thinks that they get a pass. And I don't believe that anybody should ever get a pass. But Kiki also shared her efforts to reconnect with her father. And I'm loving the fact that we're seeing Kiki with her father, with her children, and giving us more than friend energy this season. I think that we're getting a lot of housewife energy. And I truly think if anybody should be promoted next season, it would be her. But Lisa Hochstein ended up arriving a full hour and a half late to the Sprinter bus, making the entire cast wait. And this pissed off Stephanie. And Stephanie called Lisa out the minute that she walked in, and she goes, "Oh my God. Wow, you beautiful goddesses. Look at all of you. You look so amazing. Oh my God. Wow." And Stephanie was like, "What the do you think that your time is more important than all of ours? Like, do you know how rude it is to make everybody wait?" And Lisa looks at her and she goes, "Excuse me? Excuse me?" She's like, "I don't even know you like that." She's like, "I don't give a shit. You just made us wait an hour and a half to 2 hours. It is so rude." One of my biggest things, she said two of her biggest things, is one, she doesn't like talking about penises. And two, she does not like when people are not on time. Those are fair. Okay. And Lisa's like sitting there trying to go head to head with her. And Lisa definitely has a history of being late. Like even when she showed up to the Real Housewives of Miami reunion late and she was trying to do like a twirl, and Andy Cohen was like, "Enough. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're not sitting here celebrating you. Like sit down. Like we're done. We're good on you." And she's like, "Do I not have time to put on my jewelry?" And he's like, "No, are you fucking kidding me right now? No." And Stephanie was echoing the same sentiment, which Marisol Patton, Julia Lemagova, multiple other cast members wanted to reiterate the same thing, saying, "Well, we're happy that you said it. Normally we wouldn't have said it, but yeah, like this is kind of rude." But it is. So Lisa did offer what Stephanie described as an insincere apology, where Stephanie snapped back and said, "Either you take what I give you or you don't take it." But Stephanie felt insulted at Lisa's earlier comment at Julia's baby shower about wanting friends with jets and yachts. And she felt like that was very materialistic, which, by the way, for Lisa Hochstein, it did come off very materialistic. Now, as the season continues to go on, Stephanie's no nonsense attitude and Lisa's tardiness obviously is going to give us more ongoing issues. But it seems like also Stephanie is team Larsa right now, and Stephanie is friends with Larsa, so I think she's going to lean in that direction. I'm more so curious about what actually happens between Alexia and Stephanie that makes everything just like shit hit the fan. I think that's like the most entertaining to me at this point. But like you better believe we're eventually going to get it. And at the end of the day, Stephanie's showing us where she comes from, what her family dynamics are, how she is a boss. You know, she has a much older man. Who cares? It goes back to the whole Larsa being with Jeff Coby. Who cares? If you're with somebody who's older and that person fits you like emotionally, mentally, I look at it like this way. I'm 32 now. I'm 2 years older than Jason when he met me. I could not get with a 20-year-old for the most part. Like if God forbid something happened between us, because I couldn't be in a situation where I was dealing with somebody who's like not as like aware of what's going on in life. And that's why I feel like I've always liked people who are older. And I think that it applies differently to everybody. Everybody has their own thing. But moving on. Now, Stephanie also, this whole Lisa Hochstein grudge, I think that this is going to be a lot. I think that she's holding a grudge because really, at the end of the day, I think it's the fact that Lisa doesn't respect anybody's time. And I think that that's going to continue to trigger a big reaction. But as president of Shoma Group, Stephanie is powerful. She's unfiltered, and she didn't hesitate to confront Lisa or anybody else publicly. And I also think that for Stephanie, her husband is this like powerhouse man who apparently has a lot of money. And I guess he's worth about $300 million is what they're trying to say. But I guess if this guy has as much money as they're claiming that he has, which we can kind of see, my question is, why did you even come on to this show? Unless you wanted the fame, and I guess she wanted the fame. But she said, my husband started the Shoma Group, the third largest real estate development company in South Florida in the early 80s. And I knew at a very young age I wanted to be filthy rich. And, you know, I'm sleeping and I go like this, like, we got to make money. And she said, my parents came to this country with nothing but a backpack. And being a first generation American has made me who I am today. There's no room for failure, and you have to keep going until you make it. And if one door closes, go find another. And if that door's closed, keep on searching. And that's where or how she looks at it. But, you know, Masood's journey to wealth started also with immigration. He moved from Iran to the United States in the 1970s. He attended the University of Miami. He leveraged his architecture and urban planning degrees to create the Shoma Group, and he's been cashing out ever since. And it seems like she is right there with him. So listen, I'm all here for it. I think you guys are killing it. I want to see more. I want to hear more. I love you guys. Pop off. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Smash that like button, and we'll see you soon. Bye.